Good evening! こんばんはです。Welcome to another FF14 stream. 今日はまた FF14 やってきました。今週も3回配信します。We are planning to with three planned streams again this week. Thank you for coming to the first one. 第1回です。ようこそでございます。This week, the plan is to get through Pandaemonium. 今週がね、目的がパンデモニアムを、やりきることでございます。なので3回に分けます。So we're splitting it into 3 times. Each time there are 4 duties. So again, we are on mana. 毎回の配信はね、コンテンツ4回ある。なので、今日もまたマナーやってきました。いつもお世話になっております。And I always think it's hilarious. Every time I come to mana, there's so many of these PFs. Like, why though? I don't get it. なんか毎回マナーに来るとさ、こういうのがいっぱいあるんですけど、なぜじゃ？いつも不明なんだけどさ、いつもで他のコンテンツの PF がないです。There's no PF for any other content. It's so weird. I don't get it. I never get it. But, well, every time I come and I see this and I'm like, where mana? 毎回、ここに来て、これを見て、で、マナーやってきたという時間がします。But why is it private? なぜこれプライベートなんですかね？プライベートで人足りる？ Do you have enough people if you make this private though? I would like to go on a run. 俺も一回やりたいんですけど。まあ、今日はパンダに集中しましょう。Well, anyways, we're gonna focus on Panda today. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. If you've noticed, I've changed out my glam a little bit. 見ての通り、ミラプリ買いました。新しいコンテンツなので。And this is from, of course, アグラヤ。これはね、アグラヤから、のヒーリングの、ミラプリでございます。すっごいかっこいいんだよ、これ。見て。まず、このシワシワというところがすごく好きだよ。I love the folds here where it makes a sort of wavy pattern. It's amazing. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And then also the back, the open back. Oh my god. 後ろ背中どうやってから開けたとこエッチすごく最高です。なので、パンダやりながら多分このミラプリでやりきります。So this is probably the glam that I'm gonna keep using as we go through Panda. But it might change depending on how Panda turns out. Maybe I change a different one. We'll see. Because I still don't actually really know anything about Panda except for the thumbnail, right? でもさ、まあ、雰囲気によって変わる可能性なきにあらずでございます。なぜかというと、私まだパンダのことあんまり正直何もわかんない。サムネぐらいしかわかんない。はい。ということで、今日はね、早速やりましょうか。はい。で、まあ、いつも通りに、これも用意一応あります。So, as always, I do have this prepared, just in case. And so that is what we're going to do while we wait for the queue to pop. で、queue を待っている間は、これは、いつも通りやります。ということで、始めましょう。So, alright, let's start. Alright, bring my UI back. And I do have to do this one day. いつかやらなければいけないです。毎回忘れる。で、毎回シャーリアに来ると覚える。やらなきゃって。Every time I come to Charlie, I'm like, I must do this. And every time I forget. Oh no, not out here. It's this guy. この人だ。こいつじゃ。Hello, sir. Pandaemonium への警告 warning regarding Pandaemonium. And then英語は This crystal from beyond. 向こうからのクリスタル。It appears my calculations were correct. I knew that at this very spot, I would encounter none other than Taishi, the hero who saw us through the final days. So certain was I of my math that I stood here for... Well, let's not concern ourselves with that. ちょっと待たせてごめんな. Oh my god, I made you wait for so long. I'm so sorry. 日本語追加がない。私の推測通り、ここにいればあなたに出会えると思っておりました。始末、払い師、冒険者、大使様。ということですけど、英語の方は追加はね、私は、自分の計算に自信が、すごくあるから、ずっとここで待っていて、待ったのが、まあそういう話はなしにしましょうって。ずっと待ってた。You waited so long. I can't pet you in the middle of a conversation. Alright, well. I am Nemjiji, assistant to one Professor Claudian. We work with the Aetioscope to observe the ethereal sea and delve into its myriad mysteries. Some mysteries, though, are beyond even our capabilities to unravel. The strange crystal we but recently discovered, for instance, defies our very conjecture. Our every conjecture. You've been to the center of the star and far beyond it, however, so we hope that you may see something in this crystal that we academics do not. I beg you lend us your well-traveled eye at Aporia. Professor Claudian will be eagerly awaiting your arrival. Ba, 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 ba. I'm still loving the dress so much. Okay, but one bad thing about dress, well, about all dresses, is that this game doesn't have any good mounts for long dresses. でもこの長いドレスのちょっと良くないところが、このゲーム自体がその長いドレスに合うマウントがあんまりない。すごく残念です。Of course, there's a chair. もちろん椅子がある。でも椅子がね、飛ぶとなんか変。落ちそうで怖い。I don't really like using the chair for flying because it's like this looks weird. Like when you go up, it's like this, and when you go down, it's like this, and I'm like, I'm gonna fall off. It's gonna fall off. So I don't really like it. I love using it to like when waiting though. なんか待っている。何かを待っている。例えば A ツアーとかのような時にこれいつも使う。But like when I'm waiting for an A train to start. That kind of thing. I like to sit on this and wait, but not for actual flying. でも実際飛ぶにはちょっとね、微妙。で、長いドレスを他に、青かもしれないのはこういう乗り物。でもさ、乗り物だとさ、スタイルが全然違うんでしょ。So another one that actually works for, that sort of works for dresses is like machines, like cars, like this. But it's the style is just so different. Stylistic difference is so huge. It's awkward. It's weird. See, like for example, because most of them, the problem with most of them is that the leg goes over it, right? but then it's a long dress. So, for example, let's see. Let's just do chocobo, for example. 例えとしてはこうやってチョコボをすると椅子がねまたがるなのでそのドレスがクリッピング入っちゃうんです。そのモデルにいろんなところに入ってなんか微妙。So it clips into all sort of weird stuff and it's just like it's not good. It's not good. So like this is sort of the sort of best one I found so far. Even though the style is a bit different though. これがまあ妥協点。スタイルは確かにまだちょっと違うんですけど、まあ一応の妥協としてこれを使える。I know the Dontra has the wings, and I've been seeing it so much on A trains. I really fucking want one. インツアーやってる時にそのドントラの羽のマウントがいっぱい見ててさ、それがめちゃくちゃ欲しいんだよ。それだったらロングドレス全然 OK でしょ。Because like that, like long dresses, no problem. Absolutely no problem. Another reason why I really want to get started with Dawn Trail. これもまた Dawn Trail 早速、始まりたい理由でございます。でもまあいいか。とりあえず続きしましょう。But alright, let's continue. Let's keep going. Greetings, Taishi, and welcome to my humble laboratory. I am sure Nemjiji has already told you plenty about us, but allow me to introduce myself personally. I am Claudian, leader of this little research collective. I must admit, I have been nervous about this meeting ever since Nemjiji set out to find you. For research in my field, there's no greater an honor than to meet the first woman in history to traverse the ethereal sea and return to tell the tale. The professor speaks often and at length of your deeds, but he has no small number of achievements to his own name. He has peered deeper into the ethereal sea than any other in Shalia, and the breadth of his knowledge is peerless. Peerless, perhaps, but for a single woman. We must seize this precious opportunity to learn what we can from her, and perhaps crack this conundrum that has stumped the three of us for moons. So there are three main characters that we'll be dealing with. 今回、メイン関わるのがこの3人ですね。It was we who peered into the fathomless sea from the anti-tower in the Dravanian hinterlands. There we spoke with Heidelin and learned of the fate that would befall this star, the final days. Oh, so you important people. すごく重要な人なんだ。Soon thereafter, all research was moved to Labyrinthos, and through the 80th scope did we continue our vigil. As impressive a work as the device is, however, it can glimpse but a fraction of the sea's infinite depths. Which brings us to the matter at hand. Not long after the Exodus was declared, we recovered an unusual crystal shard during a routine observation. It appeared before us suddenly, as if propelled to the surface by some unknown force. We found that it possessed an ethereal density that exceeds that of normal crystals by orders of magnitude, and its shape resembles nothing which occurs in the natural world. It was made, not formed. Unfortunately, that was the extent of the information we could glean before we were forced to turn our focus toward the Exodus. The crystal was very nearly forgotten amidst sudden upheaval. But thanks to the efforts of a certain someone, that crisis is now behind us, and we're free to resume our research. Thus did we decide to seek you out, the dauntless adventurer who delved into the unknown and beheld its innermost secrets. And now we would have you see for yourself. Here is the crystal in question. If it resembles aught you've encountered before, even by the smallest degree, please say so. Well, oh,なるほど。見覚えどころじゃないですね。We more than recognize the shape. Okay, well, memories. 同じく持っていたものを知っている who bears, who bore 持っていた past tense. Well, I mean, we still do. まあ、俺たちはまだ同じものも。まあ、これ一番情報を提示できる。This is the most useful. As I thought, you do know what this is. Please, tell me everything. I see. The Ascians use these to transfer their memories to new vessels. Fascinating indeed. It was plain that this crystal was special somehow, but this revelation surpasses even my considerable expectations. Similar artifacts have appeared throughout the ages. Memories of martial techniques manifested as crystalline shards on the battlefield, or storied stones passed from master to student. Well, we know what this is talking about. Bosnia. Bosnia の話ですね。Memories of martial techniques. The grind. The grind. I'm done. Thank goodness. これボスニアの記憶の破片ですよね。どれくらい集まったんでしょう。集まるのはどれくらい時間かかったんでしょう。もうわかりません。もうまた解放。And so obviously these are job stones, right? これがジョブストーンですよね。ジョブの、ソウルクリスタルと呼ぶんでしょうかね。A comparison between said artifacts and this crystal may prove a fruitful first step in unveiling its true nature. What do you think, Professor? Ascian memories, windows through which we can gaze upon the convocation of 14. Oh, it's 14. I said it was 12 the other day. 14人委員会でしたね。14でしたね。先日は12じゃなかったっけとか言ってたんですが、違うね。Unlike the crystal in Taishi's story, this one does not bear the mark of the convocation. Who, then, could these memories belong to? And more importantly, why were they stored in this particular shard? More importantly still, why was it set adrift on the ethereal sea? Professor! Professor! Claudian! The Japanese being, Oi! Sensei! Kikoete masu ka? Yes? I'm well aware the contemplation is the key to breakthrough, but there's propriety to consider. We have a guest, one you invite explicitly. Must we do this every time? Ah, yes, of course, our guest. Terribly sorry. I do so easily find myself unmoored by the tides of rumination. Perhaps a more engaging use of your time with us would be for you to take up that crystal. If indeed their memories stored within, they may reveal themselves to you upon contact. Oh. If anyone, message from Pandaemonium, please. Faces, grave threat, star, in danger. That expression does not bode well. What did you see? Yes, cue that music. この BGM もう何万回聞いてる。Pandaemonium. It's not a word I have heard before. If my knowledge of the ancient tongue serves me, it means all demons. Not a name that inspires optimism, all things considered. They just put it away. しまった。しまったの。断りも入れずに。In the event that another star-shattering cataclysm is in fact bearing down upon us, I would have the aforementioned examples of crystallized memory to hand. Nemjiji, Ruisenald, I entrust their procurement to you. If there are more memories to be extracted from this crystal, we will find them. As for you, Taishi, there's a person I would have you seek, the one who has delivered so dire a warning. The story tells us that this crystal could very well have been made by one of the ancients. If that is the case, then discerning the nature of this pandemonium would require a trip far into the past, to an era before the Sundering. I know of one individual capable of such a feat, the very hero who traversed time to prevent the world's doom. Does everyone know now that I can time travel? 時間タイムトラベルできるようになって、もうみんなが知ってる事実ですか。やば。This is public knowledge, huh? I must confess, the tales people tell of your adventures beg a belief, and their veracity has been subject of much debate among my peers. After today's meeting, however, there can be no doubt in my mind that every incredible exploit is fact. So I see it on your face that every exploit is fact. So I ask you now, return to the past. Find out what and where Pandaemonium is, and if we need be concerned by this message. Thank you. For the time being, you should keep the crystal in your possession. I do not think you have seen the last of its memories, and more may be drawn out as you approach their source. Safe travels, and may we meet again soon to share our findings. As you approach the source, or more like as you return to the world in the past. Ocular. You're gonna make me go through the whole thing. 遠回りする必要あるんだ。直接テレポートいけるのに。I can't just teleport over. Well, always a good reason to get our steps in. 今日あんまり歩いてなかったので入ります。If receives this message. Come, Pandaemonium, quickly! Oh, Are we not coming out to the same place? 前と同じ場所で出るんじゃないの? Well, we're back. Ta-da-ima! Ta-da! Ugh. Could it be? No, of course not. Apologies. But for the briefest moment I thought you to be a dear friend of mine. I realize now that such a notion is preposterous. She told me that a falling star would appear before me, and I suppose you must be it. Truth be told, I didn't expect the expression to be so literal. Apologies for not introducing myself earlier. My name is Themis. As you can see by my bare face, I am not one of Elpis's observers. Rather, I am come here on an assignment, which has been more or less routine up until this very moment. 空に突如現れた人とぶつかろうとはね。So we appeared out of nowhere. We appeared out of thin air. あれいつもね部屋で出なかったな。We didn't come out in the usual room. You certainly know how to make an entrance. Must wonder what brought you here, for it is plain you do not belong here. Or any place I know, for that matter. Do you want to lie about this? これまあ普通に アブラートで。Let's just be obscure. Are you here to investigate Pandaemonium, perchance? It would not surprise me should we share a purpose. The name has come up. 名前が早速出ましたね。If so, we may be able to help one another. But first, might I trouble you to explain how you came to collide with my skull? I see. I believe that dispels any major doubts I had concerning your intentions. Apologies for being so intrusive, but you must understand this is an uncommon occurrence. I shall pry no further, for I am well aware that we all have secrets we must keep. However, if I may, I would very much like to take a look at this crystal of yours. Fascinating. While I cannot say much as to what it contains, it is clear that there are memories stirring within. Memories that speak of something gravely amiss in Pandaemonium. There's a place. 場所なんだ. Alright. Something's wrong there. ね、何かが起きている. The facility extends beneath Elpis and is overseen by the wards of La Habrea. It houses those creations that are highly valued as research subjects and highly dangerous to the star. Naturally, it is strictly guarded and under constant surveillance. Ooh, impel down. Several days ago, however, an unusual shift in the flow of its surrounding ether was detected. Soon thereafter, all communications from Pandaemonium ceased. Oh no. They're loose. They're loose! I'm here as representative of an organization that works directly with the convocation and have been tasked with investigating this incident. One person! 一人だけ。一人で大丈夫だ。なんか全部出て危ないとか言ってたんですけど、いっぱいあるんでしょ。Did you say like they're like dangerous creatures? Many, I assume. Many, 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 many. Oh no. Oh no. Now that there is some measure of transparency between us, might I offer a suggestion as to what we should do next? I love his art. 目が綺麗。どっちでもいいや。Whatever. バラバババババ。During the course of the investigation, you may discover valuable artifacts. These can be exchanged for equipment by speaking of Melanie and Aporia, or Jolie and Razahan. So that's probably the there's gear to gather from this raid too. このレイドのクエストからも集まる素材じゃないミラプリあるんですよね。先週の ミソロジー・オブ・エロジアから、ずっと集まってます。Ever since the myth of Erzia streams last week, I've been working hard at gathering the glam. It's gonna be more glam. もっとみんなプリある。嬉しいです。I'm so happy. And I assume some of them is gonna be weapons too. 武器も含むんでしょう、今回は。イエヘヘヘヘ。まんまでへと至る。Reaching, I don't know, the palace of 10,000 demons, where familiars dare. 使い魔が、踏み入れる勇気がある場所みたいな感じ。使い魔しか入れないという意味もあるかもしれない。Now then, my proposal is a simple one. Let us journey to Pandaemonium together. Our destination is the same, and I suspect the arrangement would work to our mutual benefit. Besides, I should have no trouble gaining us both access. I do hope you agree. I would be loath to part ways when the falling star had been waiting so long for. Originally, I had planned to conduct my investigation with the friend I mentioned earlier. He had also noticed an anomaly near Pandaemonium, but it only seemed natural that we should investigate it together. However, she eventually decided it would be unwise for us both to go. If two members of our organization were seen poking our heads about restricted facilities, we could raise questions, you see. I decided to go alone, but she left me with these words. Fear not, for in my absence a star shall fall upon you, fall before you. While I could not comprehend her meaning at the time, I believe now I understand. She does have a way of being right about these things. Even so, her hints of what to come are generally more cryptic. I suppose I should have kept my gaze to the heavens. Suffice it to say that I am grateful for your presence either way. As for the matter at hand, we must first gain permission from the words of La Habrea for entry into Pandaemonium. There ought to be a speaker waiting at Anagnoresis. English names are starting to get a bit like technical, aren't they? Like words of La Habrea in Japanese is La Habreai. So it's more like the school of La Habrea, or like the. No, I know this was in MSQ. I don't really remember it so well though. And also, Anagnoresis Tenzokuin ni iru shokuin. So this is just a staff at Anagnoresis, but then in English we have them as a speaker. What's a speaker? They're staff member basically. スタッフさん、つまりスタッフさんに話します。What a fascinating etheric signature. In accordance with the convocation's request, the two of you have been granted leave to observe Pandaemonium. I shall register your ether for the records. From this point on, you may freely come and go from Pandaemonium as you please. Now, that was a painless process. I take this as a sign that we were meant to conduct the investigations together. Of course, while you have been permitted entry into the facility, the specimens housed inside must be handled with the utmost care. You have to heed the warder's instructions at all times. 国卒国卒やはりプリズンガードみたいな感じですよね。Prison guards, basically warders. Oh dear, oh dear. Those who conduct their work within Pandaemonium are called warders for their role with respect to the creatures within. 随分のまがまがしい呼び名だが、それには理由があってね。Generally, creations that pose a threat to the safety of the star must be undone. However, the words of Library has deemed certain such creations as worthy of further study, interring them within the facility. Those who spend their days in Pandaemonium are not merely researchers. They must work tirelessly to ensure that none of their subjects slip their shackles. For all intents and purposes, the place is a dungeon. Perhaps such a comparison arouses frightful imagery, but Pandaemonium is a frightful place. It is hell. やはり地獄です。これは地獄です。I know not the purpose of the investigation, but if you discover aught that merits a report, pray to do so with utmost haste. Master Labrea shall guide us upon the proper course of action from there. The face of man. The fact that Labrea is still around. Labrea まだいるし、まだ生きてるし、まだなんか、隠せればならない人がという顔ですね。Then I take it that means you have detected nothing amiss as of late? The warders have reported nothing that would cause alarm. Minor fluctuations in ether have been observed, but surely Master Labrea would have acted if there were anything worth worrying about. I see. It appears Labrea is kept well abreast of the goings-on here, then. I hope I am not overstepping my boundaries by asking, but I seem to be quite familiar with Master Labrea. Do you know him? ご存知は何も。何かご縁が。Do I know him? Do I know him? Oh, the stories I could tell you. You are no mere familiar, are you? Master Labrea is not known for being generous of his time. That one would have stories of his company almost beggars belief. Regardless, while I doubt I need to tell you this, he is off the convocation. Take care that your actions do not hinder his work. And with that, we are free to make our way to Pandaemonium. The nearest that would take us there is on the eastern bank of Lethe. Let us delay no further. It's not like I knew who that was. When I say Lala, I want to pet them. Lala's deserve all the pets. And all the insults. tried to contain my surprise for the sake of appearances, but is it true that you two have met Labre in the flesh? I find you more fascinating by the moment. Still, I shall refrain from asking too many questions. Secrets will make our journey all the more intriguing. We shall come to know each other in time, I wager. Or else, why would fate have orchestrated our meeting? In any case, let us be off. Truth be told, this will be my first time beholding the fabled Pandaemonium with my own eyes. Yes, the new adventure, eh? Yes. Oh boy. This does not. This is a scary place. 怖いわ、ここ。明らかにやばいでしょ。This clearly is a terrifying place. Holy crap. Just much as I feared. The speaker seemed in such high spirits that for a moment I thought the ethereal irregularity not nearly so grave a portent as I had imagined. Alas, it was a fleeting and faint hope. To gaze upon this complex network of chains and boards, the untrained eye might not sense anything awry. No effort has been spared in making this place impenetrable. If this is not hell, then nothing is hell. これが地獄じゃなかったらもう地獄存在しません。Even the finest of masterworks is not without its flaws, however. Something or someone is tampering with the protections. 目に見えるほどの変化は起きていないが、even though there's no change that there's no visible change, no change that is visible. Someone is tampering with the protections. It is working from within, eroding them from the inside out. Fear not, there's no immediate danger. I reinforced what protections I could the moment we arrived. 強いじゃんお前 Damn, you're good. ああ、実は発動させたから。I think that's more a mechanism that activated. Alright. This will not put an end to whatever's occurring, but I shall at least serve to slow its progress. One small victory, though the road ahead of us is long. Yet long. Yes. Powerful forces are at work here. 状況を整理しよう. Let's talk about situation. First of all, our fears have been confirmed. Something is happening inside Pandaemonium. The silence of the air speaks volumes. Though I did not expect a bustling vicinity, I see not a single warder. Our first course of action should be to seek one out, wherever they may be. However, there is something you must know. The magic I wove upon entering requires my constant awareness. That is to say, if we are forced to fight, I cannot risk joining you in battle. 実は今もマリコ所望し続けている状態なんだ。Even now, my ether is being expended. I'm using my ether. Shall I lose focus, Pandaemonium's protections will rapidly crumble before the force assailing them. Were there another way, I would gladly choose it. But let us at least be grateful that neither of us is here alone, trapped in hopeless circumstances. そしてさん、こんばんは。配信頑張ってね。ありがとうございます。楽しみにしてるよ。もし時間があったら一緒にしましょう。マナにいます。今夜はね。マナいる。もうすぐ一つ目入る方です。パンダ。任せておき。そんな気がしていた。正直、そんな気はしていた。頭の行ってきます。行ってみます。ありがとうございます。待ってます。At least you received it with good humor. Rest assured, I do not mean to stand by idly while you risk life and limb. I hope to be able to lend at least a touch of magical support. Toyuto. Creation magics do have their uses in that regard. I had it in mind to use the ether as basis for illusionary allies that will fight at your side. Perhaps 7 shall do? Not exactly an army, but by the looks of you, a formidable band nonetheless. That's how you're gonna explain me having 7 other people, huh? そうやって他に7人がいるという説明になるんですね。なるほど。今回は召喚じゃないんですね。This time we're not summoning them with the Crystal of Azim. Azim のクリスタルで召喚しているということじゃないね。なるほど。Then so shall it be. Now, what I wonder awaits us in Pandaemonium's pitiless halls. Asphodelos, the first circle. See, the fact that it's called Circle really makes me think that of this as Dante, man. よし。最初のやつ始まります。入ります。よろしくお願いします。Here we go. Q. So the fact that this is Circle makes me think of it's Dante, right? このその日本語はどうなのかわかんないんですけど、英語は最初のサークルっていう名前になってるんですけど、マナに来ましたよ。早速、来たなら早速どうぞ入ってください。話ダンテそうダンテが地獄にはなんかWow, that's fast. 早っ。入れた？次回はソシャさんはちょっと直接パーティーに入れたら一緒に登録しましょうか。すみません。こんなに早くなると思わなかった。エライズレイド。まあ結構時間かかったから。すみません。Oh no。入れなかった。すみません。おー、彼を起こす、賞金に戻してくれるんですかって。まあ、ぶん殴ればいいんですね。Just have to hit him, right? Oh my god. 大丈夫です。ありがとうございます。へへへ、皆さん来たー。Erictonius. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce any of these names, alright? これ名前発音できなさそう。メインタッキュ なに早くホップするとは。これだ。ちょっとブロック。やばそう。Oh! Half room sweep. Okay. Okay, then that's this half, right? これがこっちの半分。はい、半分。There's no BGM. BGM ないのかな？Oh my god, my bad. ごめんなさい。Whatever. Not that hard. そんなに痛くない。また同じ？Yep, good stuff. This guy's really easy though. めっちゃ簡単なんだけど、こいつ。Intemperate. Oh, okay. I don't know what this is. これはなんじゃろう。Oh, main tank is standing on the black. No, he's not standing on the black. Oh, am I not supposed to match the color? Should I be opposite color? I should be opposite color. 色が逆、逆のがいいんですね。OK です。Remind me to turn up the BGM after this. これの後 BGM 開けるのをリマインドしてください。聞こえん。Oh my god. Okay, something. What is this? Two people each or what? Oh no? Everyone red. Everyone blue. Aha! Okay. Oh my god. So, come on this side. こっち側に行きたいんですよね。Oh, we're done. もう終わり。早っ。普通に早い。また。Oh, this is still just the first boss, isn't it? まだボス一人目。Wait, no, it's a trial. Trials is one boss each. Eh, 楽勝。めっちゃ楽勝。That was super easy. What the fuck? Okay, BGM. Okay, there we go. That was a thrilling display. And if I may be so vaunting, the warriors I spun from your ether fought even more splendidly than I had anticipated. I suppose they were cut from excellent cloth after all. 見事に戦ってくれたようだし、英語はね、私が期待以上に、戦ってくれた、元がいいということでしょうねということさらに褒めてくれる。 We should wait until this man regains his senses, wears the robes of a warder, and I would be very curious to know what drove him to attack us sight unseen. We just left him. そのまましてたな。仰向けですらしなかったね。We didn't even flip him over. 大使 he stirs. We didn't even let him like sleep in a more comfortable position. もっと楽な寝方もしなかったんですね。What came over me? It's coming back to me. My mind was filled with a storm of desperation, anger. I leapt at you, though I knew not of your intentions. Pray accept my apologies and my thanks. Had you not knocked some sense back into me, I may have fallen upon someone less capable of defending themselves. I am Erictonius, a warder of Asphodelos, Pandaemonium's highest layer, and the place we're in now. 一番地上に近い階層、四国と呼ぶのでしょう。どうやって読むんでしょう。変国。なるほど。One must wonder why you are so desperate to keep us out. What is happening in Pandaemonium? The creations interred within Asphodelos have been set free and stalk its halls to no end but violence. やはり脱獄だ Prison break. I knew it. It has to be. That is not good, to say the least. Has this ever happened before? No, never. Each level of Pandaemonium is under the charge of a keyword who keeps strict control over the most minute aspects of their domain. The select of great care and their loyalty to Master La Habrea is absolute. こんな事態は創立以来初めてのことだ。It's the very first time this happens. This is the establishment or launch of this place. Yet something has gone terribly wrong. Try as we might to hold the line, the chaos within is overwhelming. I hardly realized I had become separated from my colleagues. I remember a chorus of whispers assailing my senses, and afterwards only flashes of rage and fury. Then blackness, from which I awoke to find that whatever had overcome me was gone. I see. Your senses may have been muddled by magics that affect the mind. Perhaps the self-same ones that saw you separated from the other warders. Whatever had taken hold of me, thank you for releasing me from its clutches. That you've come here from the surface must mean some word of our plight has reached outside world. If you know anything that may help, pray tell. Yo, 要約すると誰も信じない。なので知らない。誰も知らない。So, in summary, no one knows and no one believes. Horror among horrors. The Pandaemonium's protections are indeed being dismantled from within. By the same individual or individuals that released its captives and set them upon you, no doubt. Such knowledge avails us little, however, if we cannot ascertain their identity. Themis, was it? You said you worked for an organization under the auspices of the Convocation. Were they to receive word of what has had transpired here, what measures would they take? Doubtless, they would consider this place to be a lost cause. Pandaemonium's ties to the outside world would be severed, or perhaps would be wiped from existence entirely. As I thought, were the creatures escaping to the outside world, there would be untold carnage. The words of Labria would never risk that, despite what value the research subjects may hold. ためらうこともないか. They wouldn't even hesitate. All the more reason to work with haste. We can't expect further help, then it falls upon me to save the others. I'll not leave them behind. You would go alone. I won't leave the other warders to face certain doom. I know they fight for survival even now. They wouldn't abandon their duty. They would see the creatures return to their cells at all costs. And so I must do the same. Themis, I know the request I'm about to make of you is a monumental one, but please, say not a word of this convocation until I've been given a chance to set things right. Forgive my rudeness, Ericthonius, but my decision cannot be swayed by emotion. You would only be consigning yourself to an early death. Strength of resolve alone cannot win in the face of overwhelming odds. That being said, our investigation has only just begun, and we will be remiss to turn back ere we've made an exhaustive survey. So, for the time being, there's slightly more than resolve to rely on. I knew you would be all too eager to join us. Each moment since you fell from the skies has been more interesting than the last. More and more you remind me of my dear friend. Which goes some way toward encouraging me that this matter will yet reach a satisfactory conclusion. So you agree to help? For the moment, our goals align. The protective magics of Pandaemonium yet hold, so for the moment, time is in our favor. Let us proceed upon the course you and Tashi have set us upon. Themis and Taishi, yes? Thank you. The waters owe you a great debt already. We should be glad to have someone familiar with Pandaemonium's halls by our side. A party of 3 is ever so much more entertaining than a pair of 2. だいぶ奇妙な3人組だったけれどね。英語は、3人組は、2人組より、ずっと面白いからねというなんかちょっとあれなキャラになってます。Now, let us turn our attention to rescuing your colleagues. Perhaps it would be wise to approach the gates, in case any have followed you out. Everyoneの国からさん、お疲れ様です。お疲れ様です。ご一緒しますか？バラバーバー ババもし FF14 やってる方でしたら、今日マナー DC でやってますので、興味があれば一緒に遊びましょう。今日パンダやってます。さてと。Under the surface 水底に潜みし創造生物創造ですかね創造建造 Oh my god the music 音楽が BGM が創造ですね水底に、潜みし創造生物So the creatures lurking under the water. で、英語は under the surface。普通に、水の、水面下。水面下です。Not a sound can be heard within, which means neither creature nor water has made it out this far. We should begin forming a plan to save them at once. Forgive me if I misunderstand, but do you mean to rescue the waters and creations both? Naturally. Although they may be dangerous, they're valuable research subjects. I wouldn't see our labor, or untold hours of study, go to waste. I dare say Labria would smile to hear you say such a thing. That is, if we had cause to report this incident to him. Smile, that was a joke! Smile? I'm not sure his face is capable of such warmth. You too! お前もね、笑え冗談だったんですから、これ。まあ、彼に事態を報告するわけにはいかないのだが、とにかく冗談だったんだよ。笑えバカ野郎冗談した後だよ。反応をもらえないのがどれぐらいきついかわかる Do you know how hard it is to make a joke and have no one react to it? It's really, really, really hard. Sir, excuse me. Ah, so you have met him before. I was under the impression he rarely visited Pandaemonium. I have, yes. My mentor was the previous head of this facility. That is to say, Lahabria's predecessor in the possession of Chief Keyword. Her name was Athena, and she was a researcher of the words. 'Twas she who appointed me to this position, in fact. There we go again with the Greek names for the Asians. またアシアンの方が、ギリシャ神話の、神々の名前を語るというのはちょっと失礼ですけどね。まあ、ギリシャ神話の神々の名前は使うんだよね。使いがち。Alright, Athena ね。チャットで参加アナウンスするのもありっすね。チャットなんかアナウンスチャットって何でしょう。まあこの後はちょっと、PF 作るパーティーファインダー作る。I'll make a party finder. We'll leave it up for like a minute or two. 1分や2分上げてでその後 duty finder に入れます。Then after that, then I'll put it into duty finder. So yeah. I see. I did not know there was a chief keyword before La Brea. Your motivation to save your research subjects is not entirely driven by a duty to the words, then. You wish also to preserve the work of your mentor. If the right of it, I'm lacking ideas of how to go about that, however. I'm a mere warder, and I cannot wield internment magics. ぶん殴ればいいんだよ、全部。Just whack everything. Whack everybody, whack everything. Ah, but of course, I can hardly expect you to be versed in the magics we use here. If you recall, during our battle earlier, I bound you in ethereal shackles. Interment is more refined and powerful magic based upon the same principles. Did you? Did we kill him too quickly to see it? 使ってたの？なんか俺たち戦いが早すぎて見えなかったということ。あったっけ？ I don't really remember much of the fight, except for the fact it was just really easy. あんまり覚えてない。さっきの戦い、普通にすんごい楽やということという、印象があったということだけ覚えてる。草。Well, both are used to keep our subjects docile. Only the keyword of each tier is permitted to use internment. Even if I were allowed, I lacked aptitude to use the spell to any notable effect. Fascinating. I have some knowledge of these forms of spellcraft, actually. Labre himself established the foundation, if I recall. While shackles are meant to bind an object in place for a short time, interment freezes the very space around it for as long as the caster wills. Indeed. While the illusionary beings who summoned in our fight suggested as much, I see your knowledge of magic is vast. Perhaps you've already mastered art of interment. I've been nurturing you like a child all this time. I'm afraid my knowledge ends there. I have not the precise understanding of how the invocations interact with natural laws that would be needed to cast said spells with any consistency. While I consider myself well versed in various magics, I would be ill-advised to assume the duties of keyword without instruction. That being said, if I were to learn more of interment and its inner workings, perhaps.「戦闘引き受けるかあと2人で何とかしてくれ」役割分担楽 This is called distribution of duties. Awesome. Let's do it. I dare say we can do just that. Asphodelos, you implied that what prevented you from performing interment was the lack of magical capacity. What if I supplemented your power with my own? Would the spell succeed then? I can't say for certain. I've never heard of such a thing being done. I believe it may be our best recourse. That is, of course, assuming you can perform the initial rites and incantations flawlessly. Even the smallest misstep and we would have to start over. 普通にやり直せばいいんだね。なんか爆発してパーンとかなるんじゃないね。So it's just starting over. That's just the cost, right? It's not gonna explode and shit, right? Okay, cool. 発端と言うんですけど、英語はまたやり直ししなければならないということだけです。なので、別にYou needn't worry about that. I've seen the spells cast so many times that the emotions have been burned into my memory. I won't disappoint. Very well. Let us work out the specifics afterwards. Once we do, we can test out our methods on one of the escaped creatures. Though I suppose there is yet the matter of finding one. It would be foolish to rush in blindly, lest we find ourselves surrounded with naught but an untested stratagem at our disposal. Nay, I would prefer to engage a single creature that Taishi could dispatch on her own if the spell were to go awry. I agree, and I may have an idea in that regard. I recall seeing the hippocampus wandering the waterways during my flight. Perhaps it's still there. Few of the subjects housed within Asphodelos are fond of water, and I believe we'll be able to engage the beast without fear of unwanted guests. Then that shall be our first target, or perhaps subject is a better term. Before we commence with the internment magics, the creature should be weakened to a sufficient degree. I believe I can trust you with that task. As dependable as ever. Once I've given it a thorough trouncing, we shall bind this hippocampus with the keywords magic. Until then, my illusion shall fight by your side. The hippocampus would be alone, but it's a daunting opponent nonetheless. Its magic warps the environment around it, and it will be at home amidst the waterways. Steel yourself for a fight. マリクが周囲に影響を与える強そうなんですけど、普通に。Being able to warp the environment around seems like a pretty strong move, just in and of itself. It'll be fine. 大丈夫っすよ。大丈夫っすよ。ドン。Okay, PF 作りますよ。Alright, we're gonna make the PF now. Let's see. I said someone make a PF for Hydatos. Hydatos の PF 台湾人限定エロレカシクラスウェアレクチャー募集中。香港人 OK。香港人です。This one says looking for people to join a crossword link shell for only Taiwanese people. Hong Kong people also okay. Why is it Hydatos though? 今なぜ Hydatos なの？まあ。Raids was it? Raids, yes. Neil, adventurer. Help. Assist, is it? Yeah. Streaming. 配信中 YouTube at 配信 anything else I need to know? 話だまあ他に入れる情報もこれでいいか。That should be good enough, I think. Yeah, all this is fine. これ大丈夫。大丈夫。おい。Okay, go for it. はい、上がりました。あれ ?236! 236! さすがマナだわ。さすがマナだわ。Pages, oi! So many fucking pages! Shit! I don't even know where my thing is. Oh, here it is. 来た。これです。一応作った。あと、書いるの忘れてた。すいません。Also, hold on. I forgot to change all this stuff. Display names. Display names initial. Thank you for joining! 入ってきてくれてありがとう。I'll leave my friend's full name. ははは。友達 full name します。他に何かある？他に何かある？ This too. Alright then. You know what? Party list, let's do like full name. Last name abbreviated. Oh, wait, at least I can tell who's who. Hey, New Talent, hello. 台湾人限定。ていうかさ、それだったら普通に台湾人と香港人限定というだけ入れればいいんじゃないですか。なんで香港人 OK。なんか香港人はまあギリギリ OK かというように聞こえるんですけど、失礼な。はい。ちょっと失礼じゃないですかね。これ。This one, why didn't they just say like CWLs only for Taiwanese and Hong Kong people? They say like only for Taiwanese people, Hong Kong people, okay. So it's like, you know, it's like Hong Kong people, sure, fine. It's, excuse me, hello. はいネタよしありがとうございます。I wait until like I guess 28? 28まで待ったらDF に入れますね。Then I wait until 28 and then we'll put it into Duty Finder. 信用されてるというポジティブに捉えるのだ。そっか。ポジティブに捉え方によるんですね。俺の問題ですね。Okay, it's my problem. It's the way I'm reading. I'm reading the emotions wrong. Okay, they're trusting Hong Kong people too. これだから言うんですよ。メールで、大事な話をメールでするんじゃなくて、直接で言うべきなんですよ。トーンとか伝わらんからね。そういうことですね。はい。So that's why they say like the important conversations should not be done over text because you can't tell tone. So it should be done in person. That's why. So I'm reading this wrong. なので、これが俺が、読みが間違い。俺すいません。はい。はい、28になりました。なので入れます。It's become 28, so let's go. Quit using party finder. Yes. Go for it. Also, I do want to talk about like the sheer number of PS here, man. あとさ、PF の数ちょっと話したいんですけど、やばいよ、これ。エレメンタルだとこの時間でも多くても2ページです。On Elemental, at this hour, at most, of 2 pages. Most of the time, just 1 page. ほぼ普通は1ページだけ。全部同じ。なんやねん。でもここは何 What's 230 divided by 50? 230を50に割ったらどうなる？5 pages 5ページね5ページがあるやばいわいっぱい so many it's amazing 最高やん I can't wait until like October 12 when all of Japan gets connected 10月12日です。日本全部がつながる。の待ちきれ。待ち遠しい。早く来てくれ。そしたら毎回配信するには、こうやってマナに来なくてもいい。Then I don't have to come to Mana every single time I'm gonna stream like content that's gonna cue a lot of people. はい。Bro, on Crystal we get 2 pages of RP housing listings alone. There's like housing and shit here, I think, right? 一応ていうかこのリストの仕方がわからん。来た。早い。やったー。やはりこの時間のマナー最高。This time, mana, perfect. Yes. is a hippocampus. 君か。頭つながってない。The head is not connected. We can't just chop off the head and call it a day. 首ジャンパーして終わるということにはいかないか。きちゃー。There's no point chopping it off. これチョッパーしても意味ない。いきます。よろしくお願いします。Main tank. Go! Ooh, poetics. What's my poetics? Okay, that looks like a braid wide. Thought so. Oh, why is it looking this way? なんでこっち向かってるの？なんでこっち向いてんの？なんか嫌だ。Oh my god, what? Okay, you can do that, huh? そんなことできる？ Oh my god. Okay. Another great white. Go. Mata nani? すっごい光ってる。え、ダメか。あ、ダメか。Into sewers overflowing. This must stink to high heaven. 多分めちゃくちゃ臭いなんだね。Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry. 大丈夫？詰まったトイレみたい。Clogged up toilet. Yeah, stepped into the water. 中に飛び出した。バッチリ水。So, what is that? I can't see. Okay, that's that. Okay. Doing well. いい感じ、いい感じ。Sewage deluge again. You gonna make us spread out again? またばらけなければならないと思った。思ったぜ。あー、踏んじゃった。踏んじゃった。Ouch! Ouch! Oh, that's gonna ouch. That's gonna big ouch. Done. very damn easy. So, thank you. Good game. お疲れ様です。ありがとうございました。力が我が手にあり。はい。普通に簡単です。さあ。Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, cool. Ba 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 ba. はい。ありがとうございました。これはいらないね。いらない。いずれ極み国どうやって読むんだをやるなので、そっちからの装備欲しい。なので、これ普通にいらない。So I don't really need this, to be honest. Because I'm going to be doing the extreme. I want the gear from the extreme. This is like, this only just undieable version. This is like, bleh, whatever. これ普通のバージョン、ノーマルでもらえる装備は、占領できない。かけれない。なので、いらない。ね、とりあえず、パーティー解除しますね。なんか好きなように動いていいですよ。後でまた、PF 作り直します。I'm gonna just ban the party now. Feel free to do whatever you want. Do other stuff. Go on. And then I'll make another PF again. Okay. I knew that you were no mere mercenary. To make such clean work of the hippocampus. Seasoned fighters scarcely have occasion to visit Pandaemonium. They alone display their skills. Mastery takes all forms indeed. Needless to say, our plan worked to perfection. In no small part thanks to you too. Demeter's power was more than enough to complete the internment. Now casting was never my strong suit, but that almost made me feel like a proper magus. Truly, having seen your abilities firsthand in your fight with Taishi, I beg to disagree. Shackles is an exception, and 'tis only because I've been forced to practice it since I was but a small child. Other magics leave me feeling completely out of my depth. Regardless, it seems luck is on my side to guide me to you. We may prove the impossible possible after all. Ba 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 ba. Okay, next. 次。炎をまとえし創造生物。The creature clad in flames. The fires of creation. これは創造の炎。Alright. Cool. Let's see. While our success in sealing away the hippocampus is certainly heartening, the fact that we have yet to see any other warders concerns me. The keyword of Asphodelos is nothing if not cautious. Doubtless he has gathered what warders he could and retreated to a safe area. Let us hope so. It occurs to me that I know little of the keywords besides their magical prowess. Is there aught more you can share? Hold on. ちょっと待って。スワッピングが変。 He put it in this light. He looks like a bad guy. この光というかこのコントラストを使ったなんか悪者に見えそう。Of course, a man named Hesperus is in charge of Asphodelos. Not only does he have thorough knowledge of the creatures here, but he takes great pains to be a mentor to each of the warders under his charge. やつなのかこいつ I don't know. I should talk to see him. That's a good guy. He has done much to ensure that I flourished here, in spite of my ineptitude and magic. And I've always known him to be the sort of man who faces difficult decisions with unwavering composure. Furthermore, key wards are not only masters of interment, they can also bend the hallways of Pandaemonium to their will with creation magics. With all this in mind, I'm certain that so long as Hesperus guides them, the other warders are safe. I can see why absolute control of the environs is imperative. Had we faced the hippocampus upon arid sands instead of the waterways, I suspect the battle would have ended much more quickly. In any case, if this Hesperus is as capable and caring as you say, we would do well to seek him out as soon as we can. As like as not taking your colleagues to a secure location. Or he may have all been turned. あるいは全員、ヘスペロス含めてが怪人になったということもある。どうだろう We'll see. The safest place would be the innermost circle of Asphodelos. From there, they could flee to Abyssos if hard pressed. Even should they have sought safe heaven within the other circles, if we make for the fourth, we ought to encounter them on the way. Wait, so it's like each creature's on one floor. Each soul ごと創造生物一頭一匹という感じですか。贅沢な場所使いですね。That's such a generous use of space. In Hong Kong, the rent be what it is, and I have 8 other families on my floor. 10, I don't know, man. 俺の住んでるところ、今その同じ階はなんか、家族、8家族ある、10家族ある。これ1階ですよ、香港の住み場所が。これ1階だけで、創造生物1頭か。羨ましいっすね。Damn, I'm jealous. How much space they got for each single fucking creature. God damn. Alright, well. Indeed, and we shall gain a comprehensive understanding of the situation within Asphodelos, which will be essential in determining whether we ought continue down to Abyssos. The rub, of course, is that I myself possess no power to bend the circles to my will. Instead, we must proceed through a central corridor, which is barred by the Phoenix, last I checked. Phoenix! Phoenix. This is the third spelling of Phoenix I've seen in this game. God. このゲームでの Phoenix のスペルの仕方、これ3回、3つのスペルの仕方がこれ3つ目です。全部ちょっと違うんですよね。なぜ分けるんだろう。Why did they change it up every single time? Like in Bosnia, Saltivore, he uses phoenixes, but those are phoenix. Spelled P-H-E-N-E-X. ボージアの中のサートウォアという、炎使いの敵がいるんですけど、あいつが使うのが、P-H-E-N-E-X ですね。で、フィーニックスダウンは普通のフィーニックスのスペル方。Then there's Phoenix Down, which is spelled the normal way. As this game. It's funny. Whatever. Phoenix. I'm just gonna pronounce this as Phoenix because I can't be bothered. 普通に Phoenix として発音しますよ、もう。Phoenix って意味わかんないから。日本語ですら Phoenix ですから。Even in Japanese, it's just Phoenix. Ah, it's whatever, man. Fuck that shit. Phoenix. I have heard the name before. A fiery bird with life eternal. Beyond unquenchable brilliance, perfected concept boasts nigh boundless restorative powers, if I recall. Truly an exemplary feat of creation magics. Maybe different culture inspirations from real life have different spellings. I don't know. Like, I know that there's like two from real life. There's the Phoenix. There's the like the Western Phoenix, like Harry Potter, and then there's the Eastern Phoenix, which is sort of like the four holy creatures. You know, like if you remember from Stormblood, there was that the raid storyline had the four, right? The turtle, the dragon, the tiger, and the phoenix. So there's two, but I don't know, man. I feel like they already sort of tried to do this with the name of the mounts from ARR. You know, you collect all the horses and you get like no, not ARR. It's Heaven's Ward is where you get horses, I think, right? No. Horses is from ARR. Yeah, horses is from ARR. Heaven's Ward is where you get the birds, I think. It's the birds I want to talk about. Once you get all the birds, you get... It's basically the Phoenix, but then they named it Firebird just to make the distinction. And now they have no other way to make the distinction except to spell it weird. 蒼天の、極みから、集めれる、マウントは馬さんですよね。蒼天でしたっけ？一番最初のやつ AR だったんですよね。から馬さんは全部揃ったら、馬さんじゃない、馬さんの話したくない。蒼天の鳥さん、鷹全部揃ったら、不死鳥ももらえるんですよね。あれの名前もフィニックスじゃなくて、不死鳥としてたんですよね。もう、分けようとしてたんです。なので、このゲーム何回も不死鳥とかフィニックスとか同じようなやつを、でもその毎回分けたいから、英語のスペルがどんどんおかしくなるやつを使わなければならなくなる。さあ。まあいいや。Perfection is ever built on the back of failure, however, and La Habrea suffered countless missteps during his experiments. And he was hardly the only one. The Phoenix will be but one of many attempts at the concept gone awry. Aye, far from evoking wonder, a Phoenix is a creature of fury and wrath, and seeks only to turn the world to ash. Thus was it confined within Pandaemonium. I see, now. So the Phoenix that we know is the perfected version. This is beta version. That's why they had to spell it differently. They separate it to make a distinction. なるほど、わかった。俺たちの時代のやつはもう完成品。これが未完成。これはベータ版。なので、スペルを違うことにして、分けているんですね。分別してるんですね。それでもこのスペルはね。Development of the concept continued elsewhere, but as the moons turned, more and more researchers abandoned the project as an impossibility. Same for La Habrea and his words. When I received word that at long last La Habrea had succeeded where so many others had failed, I was nearly overcome. Pray tell, how did the warders of Pandaemonium celebrate their master's accomplishment? I don't believe we did. The research of the words of La Habrea has little consequence to our work here, except for those rare times it charges us with a new specimen. Truth be told, I don't remember anyone making note of the occasion. but never reminiscent. We must make ready to confront the Phoenix. While it's possible that if we flew off to some other wing of Pandaemonium, we'll make that assumption at our own peril. Better to assume that we'll need to bring Asphodelos' most unruly subject to heal. I certainly see no reason to delay. The Phoenix's power over flame will avail it far less in a barren corridor than elsewhere. They may well serve us to subdue it sooner rather than later. Hippocampus no yoni shui no kankyo ryu dekinai darou kara ne. Because it cannot use its surroundings like the hippocampus did, apparently. What's up? Oh, well, there it is. Atta. Eh? He is a bad guy! Yari wanu no joke! What? これは Oh. Eh? Oh, we got back. 戻った. It seems whoever's behind this can alter the space around us at will. We face an uphill battle. Impossible. If those were creation magics at work, then that means... Let us confront that reality after we have conquered the enemy in front of us. Every drop of our focus shall be required if we are to inter the Phoenix. Yeah, Kaiho. Kaiho. Okay, PF 作ります. Making up the PF now. Third circle. Yep, alright. Same as information as before. Hi, there it is. あげました. Okay, there we go. We will put it into Duty Finder at 56. 56で、Duty Finder に入れます. I'm a little bit disappointed that we don't. Oh, thank you. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. I'm a little disappointed that we don't actually get to walk around Pandaemonium. Pandaemonium の中に実際入って歩いたかったんだけど、ダメか。作ってなかったか、開発者さんが。The game devs didn't make maps that we could just walk around. That's a bit sad. I imagine like a dungeon would have been cooler for this, to be honest. 正直これダンジョンの方がかっこよかったんじゃないかな。でもダンジョン多分忙しいから無理か。Probably would have been a lot of work though, I suppose. I want it to be like an actual floor, you know, like the vault. I wanted it to be sort of like the vault. これみたいなやつ欲しかったかもしれないね。なんか歩いてでちょっとした中ボス戦ってでこの階のプロボスと戦うというやつしたかったんだよね。I wanted it to be like, you know, you go through it, kill all the little small mobs, you can fight the mid boss, and then like the floor boss, you can fight the floor boss, and we go down to a lower floor. There's circles, right? なんか circle とか言うからさ、名前は。 なんちゃらなんちゃらサークル、なんちゃらなんちゃらサークル。まあいいか。Alright, it is now 56, so let's go let's go put this in. 56になりましたので、これ入れます。いきます。よろしくお願いします。ヒーラー2人とタンク1人がいるのがでかいわ。Having 2 healers and 1 tank, it's amazing. It's great for the There we go. Super fast. めっちゃ早いわ。ありがとうですわ。Thank you so much. Let's go. Tenzin が読まないね、この人。Oh, you're black. Oh my god. 黒いか。なるほど。Okay. Do that. Everybody よろしくお願いしますと書いて。Alright, let's go. Definitely raid wide. It always starts with raid wide. No, what was that? Oh, we have to run. We have to follow it. Oh, we have to follow it. Oh my god! I fucked up. Oh my god. Exaltation. What is that? What is that? What is that? Now it's the raid line. Wait, you play my heart? Excuse me. Oh, both tanks. It's too late. It's well, whatever. Attack this? We cannot. What is this? Why is people standing close to it? Okay. そうやって消すんですね。消すんですね。消すんですね。Left, send away. Go right over. Thing here. Quiet. Now quiet. Get up. Quiet. Yeah, run. Now what? Kill it. Trying to spread them out, it looks like. Oh, I shouldn't have stepped in it. Likeやばそう。なんかやばそうだよ。とりあえず軽減入れます。何？痛い。あんまり痛くない。Right, in the way. Okay, step on the left, step on the left, step on the left. was that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Run. 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 Oh my god. 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 Spread out. Heal everybody. And heal the there. Hasha. I see you. This is like a Zima. Oh, bro. Yes, I'll be its ass. It's done. Body. Bye bye. And no thank you again. I do believe we get that as a mount, don't we? これ乗り物としてもらえるんでしたっけ？なんか見たことある気がする。Kind of feel like I've seen it before. Don't remember though. あんまり覚えてない。So edgy. All the red and blacks. はい。ありがとうございました。あ。いらない。Don't need it. With that, the Phoenix is shackled once more. However, there's yet the matter of this arena. As you've told her, there's but one person at Asphodelos with the ability and authority to wield such magics. Though fortunately, it appears he has saved us the trouble of finding him. A contemptible display, as befits an inferior specimen. Nikui. Nikurashi. なんと悪者のセリフでしょ。Even so, I expected it would at least delay your advance. Imagine my surprise when I saw the chains of interment drag the Phoenix back to its cage. Either the bird is even more of a failure than its creators they care to admit, or you are no mean trespassers. We'll see. I had hoped our suspicions were misplaced, but alas. Keyword Esperus, why? Why have you brought such chaos to your beloved Pandaemonium? Pandaemonium, pitiless, impenetrable, utterly steadfast, unlike those charged with its keeping. What has possessed you? I don't understand. Oh, Erictonius, must you pester me with these inane questions? Think for yourself. Surely you can muster a theory or two with that dumb wit of yours. Then again, you have never been one for insight. Why Master La Habrea suffers your mediocrity, I shall never understand. You look like him, but you're not the Hesperus, I know. Something has warped you too, from the inside out. The keyword I knew had compassion for all those under his charge, be they clad in robes or shackled in chains. Was that all a farce? Did you hide your contempt for us all these years? Those who are content to merely glimpse the water's surface are doomed to be dragged into its depths. You prove my opinion of you with every word. My mind is clearer than it has ever been. Even now, seeing you feebly grasp an answer makes the bile rise in my throat. Such wasted potential. To be son to Master La Habrea, yet no more skilled with magic than a newborn babe. Oh, Musko. Musko? Are? Oh. Lord drop. Doxed. But of course, it's always about La Habrea. Silence! You are not worthy to utter his name! お方の名前捨て呼ぶ捨て呼ぶ呼び捨てじゃなくて捨て呼ぶんだ For once, be grateful to witness a feat beyond your meager abilities. Behold your shallow reckoning. I have slipped the surly bonds of mortality. I have become one with our mythic creations and rid myself of imperfections. I stand upon the threshold of godhood. Hemiteos. As a Hemiteos shall I serve Master La Habrea, ever faithful until the end of days. So then, 息子を殺すんだ。ちょっとは考え直さない？So, to prove your loyalty, you're gonna kill his son. You might want to think a bit about that first. Think about it. Think for a second. It'll come to you. And he shall require no other. I think not. Are you so blind of arrogance that you have lost sight of what it means to serve? Erytonius is more capable than you could ever know. It was thanks to his instruction that I was able to master the art of interment, both how to wield it and how to break free of it. Taishi, let us quit this place. Whatever poison has corrupted Hesperus' mind, it is plain his power far eclipses our own. We must have time to gather our strength. Flashbang! 先行弾別に暗くなくても効くんだね、先行弾 It's not like this is like nighttime or anything. Flashbang was still flashbang. Alright, cool. Weaklings, though they may be. It takes a singular aptitude to master interment so quickly. To say nothing of how swiftly that family laid low the Phoenix. Regardless, their noble aims will be their undoing, where they fritter away their strength in carving the beasts of Asphodelos. I continue my work. Even should they survive long enough to reach the heart of my domain, naught shall await them but I eagerly await your arrival, Erictonius. Even dullards have their uses. え、ないの？え、高笑いないの？残念！ I was expecting an evil laughter there. Hey, come on! Lost opportunity! そこは高笑いするべきですよ。悪者なってないです。That's villain 101, man. You gotta study up, man. Not good enough. My darkest suspicions have been realized. We face the keyboard of Asphodelos himself. More than that revelation, however, Eratonius worries me. He loved Hesperos for his compassion, but received not but scorn from whatever the keyboard has become. He has said little since our return. I only hope that the shock of recent events does not prove to be a death knell for his resolve. He's not evil though, or so he thinks. No villain ever thinks they're evil, but they still do the evil laugh. It's kind of, it's tema, it's what is it? It's not, it's a social contract. Okay, villains have to do the villain laugh. Abba. 極卒長は週の昼間にて待つ。So, the keyboard awaiting in his room. So, who wards the warders? I like this more. I like this more. これ、極卒を、観卒するのは誰でしょう？観卒かな？ではない。What's the chapter? お目付け役。お目付けでは使える。お目付け役をお目付けするのは誰です。というような言い方です。こっちの方が好き。なんかおもろい。Anyways. Wait, the website? Cutting is weird again. またおかしくなった。Much as I am loath to disturb Erictonius so soon after what just occurred, I'm afraid circumstances do not afford us the luxury of time. Perhaps it would do him well to speak about recent events concerning both the keyword and his father. The creation of the ward which surrounds Pandaemonium was an astonishing feat of magical prowess, a feat accomplished by none other than La Habrea. That both my father and I can bind others in chains is perhaps the only thing that we have in common. So it is true. I'm La Habrea's son, bereft of his talent for magics or his brilliant mind, but his son nonetheless. Surely this doesn't come entirely as a surprise to you. Nay, I had an inkling when you said you had practiced ethereal shackles since childhood. Assuming you haven't been employed here quite that long, It had to indicate some long-held connection with La Habrea. 完全に見落とした。確かに。I did not spot that at all. Gaia's never evil laughed. True. Hey, wait. True. Was Gaius an enemy? Yeah, he was an enemy, I guess. My bad. Alright, fine. I take it back. He did give us plenty of banger lines, though. Such devastation! Something like that. Anyways. 'Twas La Habrea that taught me how to cast ethereal shackles, but that was it. My further education was overseen by the words of La Habrea, more specifically, my mother, who was a researcher there. You did speak of Athena, chief keyword before La Habrea. She's your mother, yes? How astute. I can see now why you were chosen to lead this investigation. You've the right of it. Athena was my mother, and it was she who invited me to join her there. Join her here. La Habrea had nothing to do with it. I see there's a little love lost between you two. What I cannot see is why La Habrea was appointed chief keyword when another was already in place. Was in place. My mother is no longer with us. And La Habrea was all too eager to assume her responsibilities, with nary a moment spared to mourn her. What love do I owe him now, when he offered not one drop of compassion then? Ma, 黙って引き継いだっていうことはまあ言葉言い方かもしれない。なんか日本男性結構あるの印象受けますけど、失礼かな。The Japanese is more, it's not so much that he was eager to assume her responsibilities, it's just that he simply assumed her responsibilities without a word. It kind of gives me the impression more that like he's like a guy who's not good at talking about his feelings, so he just doesn't talk about it, which is kind of the impression I have of like a lot of Japanese guys. That might be racist. I do know one personal person though who is like that though. でも俺個人的に知ってるよ。こういう感じの人。I have like a family friend who like older lady in her 50s, and then she's dating a Japanese guy and he's exactly like that. 家族のお父さん、俺のお父さんの一人友達がいるんですけど、その友達が女性でなんかもう50歳ぐらいで、その方が今日本男性と交際してて、でその日本の方がまさにそういう感じです。気持ちの関しては何も言わないです。普通も、あんま何も言わないです。寡黙な人です。Like he doesn't talk much about his feelings. He doesn't talk much about anything. He's just generally a very like quiet guy. Not quiet, just like silent guy. I don't really know how to describe the difference between the two. Ah, I see. She is no longer with us. An expression that conveyed the end of her life. 気まち人がその生を終えること、そう表現するのだね。これ翻訳伝わってないね。So this is more he's pointing out that Erictonius used the word died, which is not in English either. Okay, this is important. This is important. Erictonius in Japanese says, "My mother died." My mother is no longer with us seems kind of just passive, but he actually uses the word died here, which is what Themis points out. He actually points it out. He says, I see, died. That's the expression that you use for someone's life ending. This is important. I have known only the public face of La Habrea. While he's lauded for his ability to maintain composure in the face of unerring circumstances, I must admit that often he comes across as cold. Apologies, but can we speak of something else? This topic isn't an easy one for me to discuss. Because it reminds me of his stupid face, or of his face, which he hates, which I hate. I suppose a better translation. It reminds me of his hateful face. Of course, there are more pressing matters at hand, after all, namely, how to deal with Hesperos. We have yet to see the other warders. Judging by what we know, we can surmise that Hesperos has confined them somewhere beyond our grasp. And now that he is aware of our presence, he will be preparing for our next encounter. We can expect to face him on equal footing. Quite the opposite, in fact. Every moment we spend chasing after the creatures is another moment Hesperos can contrive another advantage for himself. The wisest course will be to find him first and foremost. If we go straight for him, though, won't we get attacked in the back by all the creatures that we've left alone? He said that he has become one of the creations. Perhaps that means he's vulnerable to internment. In theory, that should be possible. However, is it enough merely to confine him after all he has done? I need to know why. I need to know what drove him to forsake everything he's worked for. So English, it's not straightforward enough. Is it merely enough to confine him? It's like ask. It doesn't really say what's next. Japanese is 倒すのではなくて封印したいと望むのかい? Are we merely going to inter him and not kill him? Was it all truly so that he could serve his master? To my mind, he's merely put La Habrea's own work at risk in trade for some nebulous power. La Habrea is the chief keyword of Pandaemonium. How would throwing it into disarray win his favor? It doesn't make any sense. I share your curiosity, but we must consider that our enemy has us at a disadvantage in every sense. What do you think? Should we seek to put him in fetters, or would it be too dangerous to allow him quarter? 失敗したらその時はまた考えればいい。今回は、日本語の方がストリートじゃないですね。英語は、失敗したら私は彼を倒せる。倒す。Let's go for it. どっちの方が強いかどうかわかんないんだけどね。このセリフだったらさ、With this line, again, it's not clear who's stronger. He says that we're at a disadvantage, right? なんか相手、地の利も的にあり、状況芳しくないと言うんですけど、失敗した私が彼を倒すと言えるほどの自信と力があるなので、どっちの方が強いんでしょう？ Who's stronger? I don't know. We'll see. I mean, obviously, we're gonna win. まあ、勝つけどね。Daring as ever, I see. I know not which trials you have faced in your past, but to see you so certain is all the convincing I need. Very well. Let us try Ericthonius' plan. Thank you, Taishi. I believe I can shed some light on the nature of our foe. When Hesper spoke with us, I noticed he bore the telltale fangs of the Vricolakas, a beast which feeds off the ether of its prey. Likely that is the creation Hesper has merged its essence with. 日本語は何？ブリコラカス。ブリコラカス。I don't speak Greek. ギリシャ語わかんない。And we know all too well that he can change the environment around himself at will. The battle will not be an easy one, but I believe in our victory. More 開放だ。Oh, there we go. Unlocked. Cool. 状況的には不安を残している日本語の方が合ってそうではある。かもね。わかんないときは日本語がベースという感じですね。Alright, PF going up. PF 作りますよ。PF 上がりました。There is the PF up. There we go. It went down to 162. 160まで下がった。草。Okay, when it reaches 31, I guess, then we'll put it into Duty Finder. 31分になったら、TF に上がりますね。また来てくれてありがとうございます。皆さん。Thank you very much, everyone, for coming again.This will be the last duty for today. 今日の duty、今日のコンテンツなんというの？みんな日本語はどうやって言うの？これ duty finder なので、英語はこれ全部 duty と言うんですけど、日本語はどうやって呼ぶんだろう？ duty かな？でもまあ今日は今日の duty これが最後になります。I don't really know what they call it in Japanese. It's duty finder, so in English we call everything duty, right? But I don't know.Alright. お疲れ様でした。まだです。まだ。例が1から3はめっちゃ簡単なんだけど、これ。The first circle to the third circle is so easy though. I know they talked about how like the alliance raid made it easy but cinematic.I kind of feel like they kind of went for the same in the raid series too. 行月のアライアンスレイドは簡単にされた。で逆に見栄えを良くした見栄えというかすごく圧倒するような背景綺麗にしたという印象あったんだけど。ノーマルレードも同じみたいな感じですね。I remember Shadowbringers, these were hard. 四国のこれら全部めっちゃむずいっすよ。いっぱい死にました。I died so many, at least one time when I was doing all of them blind. これ全部初見としてやってた時に 全部1回ぐらいは死にました。今月はそうでもない。まあいいけど。まあいいけど。一番気になるのがミラプリですね。31, so we're gonna put this up right. 31になったので、デューティファイナー入れます。このミラプリがね、すごく気になる。どこにあるこのミラプリ。言ってたね。ラザハンでもある。It's on ラザハン。So let's go ラザハン, I suppose. Who did I talk to again? 誰で話すんでしたっけ ?The name started with letter H, I think. 名前が H で始まった気がする。Or was it K? Is it you? お前かお前ではない。お前かお前ではない。誰だろう Nesvaz. No, not you. Rashti.No. Meow chat. Baby? No. No, not you. ではない。Jole! Yes, you! Pandaemonium! Let's see. なんだろう Asphodelos. Mythos Exchange. Magic. Healer.Okay. Kind of plain and simple. Oh! Nothing. Boom! Hey, I kind of like this. Okay, that's low-key kind of cool. Oh, and it's dripping runes. ルーンが落ちてる感じが、あ、いいな。なんかいいな、これ。あんまり派手じゃないんだけど、普通にいい。It's not too flashy, but it's kind of nice. Alright? Alright? I like that. The others I don't really use. 他あんまり使わないけど。Alright, let's see the gear.Okay, I don't know what the fuck that is. 何これこれはいいな。どうやってくっつくのこれ How do you even get that to stick? Like glue? What's glue? What's glue in Japanese? のり接着剤バカ野郎メガネですらない。It's not even glasses. That's silly. Okay. I mean, not bad, I guess. 悪くはないけど。画面テープかもしれない。画面ペッこれは悪くないけど、なんか今使ってるアグライアのやつに比べるとだいぶ落ちる。It's not bad, but compared to the Aglaya glam I got going on, man, I love the Aglaya top. It's so good. Who's this? What even is this? 何これ手としすぎて痛めた手を助けるための包帯みたいな感じ。This looks like bandage for someone who has done too many like neck chops like they do in anime. You know people out in one thing and it's just like a bandage for it. That's dumb. I don't know. This is bimyo. This is iffy. I don't know, man. This outfit is a bit weird, man. やりすぎてそれはあり Oh my god. Oh. Oh, I mean, true. You should take off the glasses. It's gonna get broken. I don't think that's the biggest thing to worry about. 確かにメガネは壊れるから、外した方がいいんだけど、今それどころじゃなくない？Okay, please let this fight be hard. この戦いが、せめてこれが厳しい、欲しい。俺を殺せるなら殺してこい！やってやんぜ！ Oh! Oh, Doctor Strange! Oh! Oh, we run. We run. We run? なんかソルシャーさんにくっつく。わかんないから。あ、別によかった？よくない？ Not good? What's going on? 何がどうなってる？That's it? そんだけ？ Okay. Okay, very cool. Okay, かっこいい。かっこいいっちゃかっこいい。Everybody's standing here. I don't know why I'm just gonna follow. みんなここに立ってる。理由わからん。あー、これか。That's the reason. Upon this falling, you must face the full extent of my authority. Well, I mean, you're not doing very hard to fight this out. Minasanさん、普通、テクニックします。Alright, nope, we're running. We're rushing. Running here, I think. Why am I standing with the tank? The tank と一緒に立って草。ソーシャルさんと一緒に立っています。Is that phase 2 or something? Phase 2とかnice. Yeah, let me break his ass. Done. Could be worse. Alright, good game. Thank you. Dude, you were weak! お前弱かったぞなんか大勝ち叩いた上でお前めっちゃ弱いっすよ You talk of such a big game! You sucked, bro! サンシュさんありがとうございました Thank you! Oh, what is this? Oh, minion! Oh, thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Nice! Feel free to leave the party, everyone. I'm gonna stuck in cutscene for a while. あれ多分、ムービー結構続くなので、自由にパーティー、離脱してもいいですよ。ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. Now, Themis, we end this here. 封印するぞ。We will inter him. Fools, I will not be put in chains. Oh, hello. Oh dear. Do you think that I would fall before one such as you? Perhaps I should have treated you more than a mere nuisance. Despite your victory, you shall never have the knowledge you seek. The secrets of my transformation, the secrets of my deception, they shall return to the star with me! You're wasting your breath, Asphodelos. We have the upper hand now. Surely you can see that. Yes, yes. My repertoire is not exhausted yet, however. Although I have failed, my end shall be on my own terms. That's I remain loyal to my very last. Come what may, I die with dignity. Damn it! We wanted the information. 情報欲しかったんだけど。How did your ambition lead you so astray, Asphodelos? You were better than that. Your star shone more brightly than any other in Pandaemonium. You had Labria's respect, his trust. What more did you seek? That you would forsake all that and sully your legacy besides. Kind of on us too if we're not stopping that. It was clearly telegraphed. Very clearly telegraphed. それ止めなかった俺たちも悪かったんですね。それ明らかにやろうとして明らかなんかその槍が飛んでる時にヒーヒーなってて止めなかった俺たちも悪い。ちゃんと時間あった。There's plenty of time. He became so blinded by his own desires that he lost sight of his duty. In the end, he lost everything, and his plans lie in tatters. I fail to see any dignity in that. Even so, I would have liked to know why he chose this path. Asphodelos' infatuation with your father was his undoing. Perhaps he was jealous that fate had chosen you, and not him, to be Lahabria's son. So terrible did this jealousy become that he sought verboten power that Lahabrea would be unable to ignore. How does a pursuit for respect warp one's heart so How does infatuation with one person turn into contempt for everyone else? I've never heard of such a thing. It's not as uncommon as you might think. I see. I admit I cannot but find it vexing. But perhaps that signifies naught but my own capacity for bitterness. I do understand what it is to have a beacon to follow in dark times. A person you trust to guide you true. How it is to desperately wish their light would fall upon you again. But we have spent enough time assuming the intentions of the departed. They are the living to consider. We must find the other warders and round up the remaining creations forthwith. Of that, at least, we can be certain. I believe I can be of help in that matter. The influence of Hesperus' magic is fading throughout Asphodelos. Now is the perfect opportunity to seize control of the facilities and restore things to their original states. Seize control? Can you really do that? ここから制御権を from here says control from here. お前誰？お前も誰？ Who are you? You're someone important too, I feel like. お前もなんか大事そうな人。What is this presence? Aristonius, what lies beyond that threshold? That's the passage which connects Asphodelos to Abyssos. Why? Be on your guard, you two. Now that Asphodelos is free of obstructions, I can more easily sense disturbances in the lower levels. Something stirs in Abyssos. A warding sigil? How? Let us return to the gates for now. I should like to appraise the situation from there. Needless to say, our investigation is far from over.こちらに戻りますね。楽しかったです。またね。ありがとう、奏者さん。ありがとう。Although we have defeated Hesperus, it appears we have but scratched the surface of Pandaemonium's troubles. My head is still swimming with questions. But could this mean that Hesperus wasn't actually behind this? It is a stark possibility, yes. The root of this crisis may lay somewhere much deeper than even Abyssos. これどうやって読むんだ？ちなみに調べます。煉獄かな？煉獄だ。何？鬼滅の刃の煉獄のこれですかね？ It's purgatory. It's read as 煉獄。Hold on. Demon Slayer. 煉獄。 Rengoku da. Rengoku da. It is. Rengoku is the same Rengoku as the one that's being used here for Abyssos. So it actually means purgatory. But there you go. Rengoku-san. When we first encountered you, you said the memories of your escape were vague and that your senses were muddled. I believe this was more than the result of a panicked mind. You are made to feel this way by a powerful magical influence. It is possible that this same magic could have poisoned Hesperus' heart, twisting his affection for Elabre into burning obsession. Then, in his altered state, he was made an offer of power he could not refuse. The power being a combination, fusing with the other creature. The V something that I could not pronounce. 融合というのはその V なんちゃらなんちゃらなんちゃらのやつとの融合ですね。発音できん。Wait, are you suggesting that someone else turned Hesperus into that thing? If so, it stands to reason that they wouldn't stop at him. Indeed. Our mysterious mastermind does not lack for subjects for his experiments. For more potential Hemitheoi. Hemitheoi being Yugotai, the combined subjects. If what you're saying is true, then my colleagues, they're doomed to share that same fate as Hesperus. Yeah, we still haven't seen his friends, his colleagues. 彼らの仲間はまだ出会ってないね。一人もね。もう手遅れな気がするよ。I kind of feel like it's a bit too late. Probably. Who knows? Do not lose heart yet, Ericthonius. Hesperus challenged us alone, and that tells me that the process of his creation was a long and taxing one. If it was the first Hemitheos, then the rest of the warders are likely still alive. However, much as I would like to hasten deeper into Pandaemonium, the way forward is sealed off. We must focus our efforts on finding a way through. With the creation still having free reign of Asphodelos, that won't be easy. On the contrary, I yet retain control of these circles, and thus can wield internment magic within their halls at will. The creatures will pose no threat to us. Just like that. Then nothing's stopping us from returning order to Asphodelos. Just so. I shall require your expertise to keep the peace after the subjects have been returned to confinement, however. You are Asphodelos' sole remaining warder, after all. Truth be told, I do not expect this investigation to become so involved. Of course, I would like to resolve matters here without resorting to outside help, but... Do you plan to send a report to La Habrea? お父さん作るよということですね。I'm gonna tell on you on your papa. Just too soon to say. Let us first find a way into Abyssos. It will be best to withhold our judgment until we have ascertained the whereabouts of the other warders and the identity of the party responsible for their disappearance. Agreed. Even so, if it means saving even a single life within Pandaemonium, then I am not above asking La Habrea for help. Should it come to that. Recent discoveries certainly paint Hesperus' actions in a new light. The number of unknown elements in this investigation grows. We must proceed forward with the utmost caution. To that end, Ericthonius and I shall remain here for the time being. Much as I enjoy your company, I do not believe we shall be needing protection so long as we remain in Asphodelos. You should take this time to rest. Surely you're weary, and there may be more battles ahead of us. Themis' burden may grow heavier in your absence, but he's shown that he's more than capable to bear it. Sure, you're weary. Not at all. 急速がとってほしい。肉体的な稼働はあんた一番高いだろうから、全然これっぽっちも稼働してない。Still, I would help wheresoever I'm able. All we've achieved so far has been thanks to you too, and I mean to repay the debt I owe. I don't know what use I can be outside of placating the creatures, but I'll find a way. Nonsense! You know us nothing. It's thanks to your knowledge of the magics which govern this place that we're able to come this far. Elsewise, we would have likely succumbed to the Hippocampus's assault. Each of us has arrived at this dire pass by separate paths, but it is only by combining our respective expertise that we will reach the end of it and see Pandaemonium saved. Thank you, Themis. Hesperus' words seems to have affected me more than I realized. Together we've come this far, and together we'll reach the end. I have no doubt we will. Even so, let us allow Taishi her rest. Besides, you have someone waiting a report on your progress, yes? I dare say your story will be much more than they ever imagined. So we make a report, but he's not gonna make a report. こっちはリポートを書くんですけど、テミスはリポート書かないということ。こいつ、ただのリポート書きたくないだけじゃないですか。だからずっとラーメン屋保護しない、ずっとエレクトニアスののために報告しないという手をしていながら、こいつただ宿題やりたくないだけじゃないですか、こいつ。We have to write a report. He's not gonna write And this whole time he's making it seem like he's doing Erictonius a favor by not writing a report to Larafreya. I think Demis just doesn't want to do his homework. That's just all it is. He just doesn't want to do his homework. Got A4 や。A4 に行きます。どこでしたっけ where was it again? Alright, down here. まあ確かに未来へ報告しても仕方がないか。Then again, I suppose us reporting to the future isn't really going to change anything, is it? Welcome, Taishi. Back from the past and on the west for where I see. So, what did you find? Kaku shika shika. Kaku shika shika. So there's evil afoot in Pandaemonium. An already ominous place, I must say. Mythic beasts and whistling warders. Truly, we're fortunate to see you return to us in one piece. It appears the voice Taishi heard from the crystal spoke the truth. As for who left it behind and why, those are yet questions to be answered. Indeed, it could be someone who lived among the ancients, or it could be someone trying to avert a tragedy from the future. Much remains shrouded in mystery. Yet, ilm by ilm, we shall unveil that mystery. With the help of Taishi, of course. By her actions was the fabric of the past reshaped, yet she returns to the same present she left. これに関してちょっと話したいね。これ ilm ですよ。ILM。このゲームは実はアメリカのインチと似てるようなやつはこれです。インチを思わせるけど、スペルはちょっと違うなので、この世界での独特の名前という手をしていながら、これ実はインチです。ilm by ilm がインチ。でも日本語はそういうのは入ってない。全然そういうのを触れてないですね。Which can only mean one thing. That her intervention in Pandaemonium's crisis is but one of the countless building blocks of history upon which our present has been built. There's no telling what consequences would arise if we stopped pursuing this matter now. Whatever plot is unraveling within Pandaemonium, we must not let it reach its conclusion. If one of those creatures should escape, what ripples will carry forth to the future? They might wreak havoc upon the world of the ancients, and their despair would leave an indelible mark upon history's pages. That despair would only feed the terrible beasts that arose during the final days. The first final days already had a drastic effect on the eons that followed. If the scars that left were made even deeper, then we risk losing our present entirely. Whatever the cost, our connection with the future of Elpis must be preserved. I know I have asked much of you already, but can I count on you to continue your work in Pandaemonium? Your tireless efforts are much appreciated. If there is aught we can do to ease your burden, you need only say the word. じゃあ、交通費お願いします。過去への交通費。Please pay my transportation costs then. The costs for traveling to the past. All good companies in Japan pay the transportation costs. 日本でのちゃんとした会社全部交通費は出します。Speaking of which, might you return the crystal into our keeping? While we cannot accompany you to the past, perhaps something can be gained by researching it further. Ah, it shines just as splendidly as the day we met. We shall begin work right away, but I cannot promise any meaningful results for some time. And as matters in Elpis seem to be in a similar state, I must ask that you rest. But before that, allow me to make an introduction. As our research moves into its critical stage, I found it only suitable to recruit another assistant. Malini is an expert in armaments from throughout history, be they from the far-flung past or made in the most modern forges. Did you find aught of interest in your adventures? Bring it here, and she will be glad to offer her services. We know researchers in numerous fields that would love to get their hands on artifacts of bygone eras, and would give you goods in exchange that would aid you in trials ahead. Furthermore, if you ever wish to peruse the records of events you have reported here, Nemjiji has been taking faithful and thorough notes. She is at your complete disposal. I sense that we have embarked upon something monumental. Something that would dwarf all else I have accomplished in my many years of research. I can think of no greater honor, nor reassurance, than to have your capable assistance in this endeavor. If there's anything to be found that would contribute to your success, we shall find it. We shall not rest until we have unlocked the mysteries of this crystal, and you will be the first to know when we do. Spell speed, I guess. Ba 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 ba. これで終わりじゃないかな. I think this should be yeah. That's it for today's quest. 今日のクエストはここまでですね。要はここも交換できる。便利になってるね。It's gotten so convenient. I love it. I love it. いいじゃん。なんか今まで全部モード内に行かなければならないとかめんどくさかったんだけど。All like previews, it's like you have to get more donut or some random shit. Nice. Nice. Thumbs up for you. Yay! Cool stuff. And I suppose this is the extreme. 極みこれですね。了解です。配信外でただセリフなので、it's just like little bit of dialogue. So I'll lock it off stream. All right, well that's that. Before we end though, I want to look up the song for the final fight. 終わる前に最後の戦いの歌を調べたいですね。あるのかな Do we have it? Let me look it up. XIV, Wiki, Pandaemonium. And this was the one that we did. What's the song? Could be worse. This is it. Hic Svint Leonis. Hic Svint. Yep, found it. あった。見つかりました。Well, in that case, let's turn off the game music. ゲームをオフにして、一回聞きますかね。Let's give this a listen then. Hold on. Desktop audio on. We'll screen this. Go for it. I did not hear this at all. It was so soft in the game. ゲーム内の音小さすぎて全然これ聞き取れなかった。曲が流れてたんですかですよね。全然聞こえなかった。Lots of skill sounds going up along with boss attacks. I could hear the feature better in, like, for example, like Aglaya or like the Alliance raids. Not really here today. Even though I turned it off. The lyrics are like, ooh. So the lyrics really suit this place. Kashi がいいんだけどね、いいというか、この時刻にすごく似合う。なんか化け物が地上に向かって牙を向いて出ようとするというか。What are these? We did not see this. 何これ？全然この玉見えなかったっすけど。We did not see these balls. What balls are these? Unfold! You're mine! And it turns just like glass. Yo! And bye-bye. It's a whole ass song! 普通にフルな歌だった。フルソングだった。4分も続くソング。It plays for 4 hours. 4 whole hours. Shit. Yeah, unfortunately, everyone's so geared, they're synced to the highest level and just barely possible it gets deep in its rotation. That's 100% the feeling that I'm getting from all of the raids today. We are like super over geared today, man. 今日のレイドのがみんなが強すぎたという感じがすごく受けます。I hear that there was no stat squish for Endwalker or some random shit. That's probably why. It really went all out on full-length songs for this one, but it also means not every fight has its own exclusive song. I imagine it's always just the last one that has, right? 最後のやつがフルソングあるということですよね。Look at this. Look at this. I have In the Balance and Dedicated to Moonlight on tabs because these two I've been listening to. These two I fucking love. この2つはちゃんとタブある。この2つはめちゃくちゃ好き。めちゃくちゃ楽しんでる。うん。 This is Alliance Rate 1, Alliance Rate 2. These two I fucking love. I love so much. This one's kind of like, whatever, man. これはちょっとすごい微妙だった。まあよい。相手言い過ぎだろ。仲間強かったけん。自分のおかげじゃなくて仲間のおかげということです。確かに一度あります。はい。Should be told, Endwalker is kind of easy relative to previous expects for fights. 100%. 100%. Shadow Walker is so much harder. Normal versions, at least, people complained even. Yeah, I complained. I complained a lot. But anyways. See, this one, I fucking love. これがすごく好き。This is the one that I said sounds like an Annie song, right? これすごくアニソンみたいとか言ってたやつ。これですね。Anyways. Well then, that's it for today's stream, I believe. 今日の配信はここまでかな。他にやることないみたいです。It's okay, don't show kick people's ass. Okay, I'm glad to hear it actually. I'm glad to hear it. 黄金の方がまた難しくなったということなので、どうやら。それすごく楽しみ。それいいこと。よし、楽しみにします。And then we'll see how it is in Evercode. で、Evercode はどうなるのかは、誰もわかりません。どうだろう。Alright, that is gonna be it for today. 今日はありがとうございました。Gift memberships! エルフの君さん、ありがとうございます。よっしゃいっぱいいたな。見てる人、知らなかった。ありがとうございます。お疲れ様でした。There's plenty of discourse about story, but DT fights are universally praised. I have heard that. The story is sort of like half people like it, half people don't like it, but everyone says the mechanics of all the fights were really, really good. And that's awesome. That's fucking awesome. Something to look forward to, definitely. Alright, I will see you. So tomorrow we have a Team C stream. 明日は Team C 配信があります。やっと確認が入りましたので、we finally have the confirmation, so it will be abiotic factor, right? And then we'll be continuing this on Friday. で、金曜、これの続きします。煉獄さんに会いに行きます。We will go see Abyssals. The Japanese joke did not really land because I said we'll go meet Rengoku, which is the name for Abyssals in Japanese, but whatever. Alright then, I hope to see you again some other time, somewhere. またいつかどこかでお会いしましょう。ありがとうございました。Good night. おやすみ。